Welcome back to Pavilions. Oh, it's great to be with you this evening, back here in Pavilions, Planet Coaster 2 building, and we find ourselves right here in front of the new Central Station, our dual monorail station that serves both the Exposition Center as well as the forthcoming entertainment complex. And I am really loving the way this came out. A lot of stuff adjusted since last we met, probably. But this place has really become quite awesome, and it'll evolve over time, but really happy with how everything came out with it, at this point. But that's not what this stream is about, right? As you may see from the thumbnail, this stream is about what's beyond the wheel. And even though we can say that the Central Station is actually the first thing that's beyond the wheel, it's everything beyond that. And that sounded better than beyond the Central Station. So, we've spent countless, well, actually we did count them, didn't we? 22 streams putting this exposition center together, and it's been absolutely amazing. And we're not done here yet, but before we can do more, we need to answer some very important questions on the future of Pavilions. And this is not restricted by our imagination. This is only restricted by the complexity meter that will come into play sooner than later. And we have to... Now let's bring some light into the mix. We have to face one thing, right? All of this so far has cost us 57%. So we're going to need to claw back probably 7 or so percent out of this, right? At least to have room to be able to do what we want to do on the other side. And we're going to find out very fast whether we're going to be able to do it and to what level of detail. So we may have to approach things differently. All the way down to, do we maintain and keep our concrete path, or do we get rid of those pieces and save ourselves the piece count to expand things out and just use an actual path in the game? Time will tell very soon. We'll explore some options tonight. Tonight is great because it's not an upgrades or refinements episode. It's not something specific that we have a goal to complete. This gives us the freedom to explore what will be beyond the wheel and maybe start framing and playing around with a few ideas. We'll see where things lead, right? Maybe we go touch up a few things here and there along the way, right? The boat ride will not be forgotten, and we will come back and make sure we finish the second half of that. But for now, we're going to focus this stream on what's beyond the wheel. So, go grab a beverage, a snack, your favorite blanket, settle in to chill out for an exploratory build here in Pavilions. And if you like what you're watching, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can follow along as we build this park and anything else in the future here live on the channel, as well as other content, right, that we're dropping throughout the week. Appreciate the support. Let's get in to Planet Coaster 2 here at Pavilions. This is your first time joining, right? We're playing Planet Coaster 2 on console, PlayStation 5. So that does restrict us from a number of things, but we can go from there. I did notice there is like some weird off-center thing going on along this line when it comes down to this. It's not easily seeable, but if you took out a tape measure, we're in there. So let's go back here. Let's see what we got. Okay. So let me explain what we're looking at right here. In concept, our new entrance hall sits right here. That's your second entrance hall. Call it the north entrance hall, red entrance hall, if we go that, like to match the monorail, whatever. This next area, right, will be an, let's call it an entertainment and shopping sort of street. So some shops, restaurants, maybe some fun things to do along the way, right? And we'll kind of have that play into this. That's gonna open up into a plaza. This is just markers right here. This will all be concrete, this whole square. Open up into a plaza. I think maybe we're gonna look to do maybe a really awesome fountain there. So we'll have some moving water on this side. Then it's gonna go into a light garden where we're gonna have light sculptures. And this is going to be kind of a light art installation in this area. Have a really good idea. I don't know that it's going to take tremendously long. Maybe for some sequencing or something, because it's not super slick on the PlayStation, but it'll look really cool, and you know, it'll be a transitional space. And then along this boulevard, as far as we want it to go, and ignore where the monorail hits. I mean, we have till that line. Can imagine on the other side too, but this will be a boulevard that is central to the entertainment complex, and this is where our larger type attractions will be at. Before we go there, because we're a bit away, what we want to determine is what is going to work in this area to complete the spine. So what can we do today? Well, it's really easy to copy and paste the entrance hall, or at least a lot of it. You know, it's easy to lay path and stuff down. We can play around with some ideas for a fountain, not really 100 on that. Have an interesting idea what we're going to do here. I'm not going to zoom in too much, but we'll get there. And that's going to be kind of the gist of things for today. Would be neat if we have some time. Maybe we can start going through some pieces to put in the lab of the boat ride, right? Because now we have our lab that's going to be here. And so we can come up with some pieces that can go into the lab, right? Figure we explore and just put some pieces in there. Everything else is almost nature and kind of buildy stuff, so it's just a matter of us spending some time, or me spending some time on it. So I've been really wanting to geek out over just moving and copying that entrance hall and just having it be a copy over here. Like, I so just want to do it. I don't know if the monorail is going to align with it. I think we're going to have to actually move the monorail to fit, which is going to obviously be great fun to kind of aim that in there. We've played that game before. If you have any ideas, any questions, want to pop anything in the chat, right? Let's do it. Here we go. See, question is here, is it all... We're not going to get everything, and it's going to bring some things over we actually don't want, a matter of fact. And that might be okay. I mean, maybe we do need to take a little bit more than we want, like even the paths and stuff. Might as well, right? Whatever we can take that's not going to take anything else, take anything from anything else, right? We don't want anything here. Ah, thank you, and glad to be a source of any ideas. That's awesome. Let's see here. Question. It's too. Why can't I copy it? Is it because of this? That's why. Okay. Well, that's what it's giving me. Okay. All right, we'll have to see what the easiest way to do this is going to be. Okay. Try to segment out everything else. We don't need everything around here, but it's just easier, I guess, to take it than not. Oh, no monorail. None that, and none that. Let's do it with that. Let's try it that way. Where is it? Everything. That's all it took? Come on. What are you doing? Just a fence. That's all I got. Just the fence. Come on. I need a lot more than the fence over there now. Might as well take the monorail station if we can. Okay. All right. There we go. I like that clickety sound. Easy peasy. Just going to grab this whole thing and bring it all on over. Why not? That's the whole point. Okay. Question is, will that ever line back up the same way? Yeah, it does. It needs to be there. And where is... Oh, look at the monorail. It is so close. That's awesome. How amazing would that have been? I promise I didn't like set it up ahead. That would have been purely coincidental. But it's so close. That would have been just brilliant if it was there and done. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so great. Okay. Oh, did I just totally mess that up? Of course. Let's try that whole thing all over again. Is it still there? Okay, good deal. Whew. something about... Oh, goodness gracious, never mind. Okay, take 3 is gonna be the one. I know it is. Take 3 will be the one. We're gonna do this. And if not, take 4 will be the one. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, there comes almost everything. It's off by one thing. But if I change that on there right now, it's going to get all messed up. So I need to bring it here, put it down. I can move that there. Then I can do it again. My gosh, the things you have to do. Right, that'll be the closest it's gonna get. Okay. I think there's enough to do this. Let's see here. All right, let's just get back to that. I gotta bring it over more. Okay. One more, I guess it is. Okay, all right. See what we're doing here? Guess that's the way it's gonna be. Hey, where's the course? Haha. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now we should be okay, right? So what this took a few times because, like, do you know how much time we just saved? We just built an entire entrance hall in about 5 minutes. And all it took was miscalculation on this. That should be pretty okay there. Nice. Now, okay. So what do we do, right? Well, I don't know if the desert thing is going to sit on this side too. And I would definitely say these are definitely not going to remain, not floating in there. I will leave some of the, oops. I will leave that there. Just like the monorail station is in and everything. Like we could make this really easy. Entrance hall, everything. And what we do is we treat it like the exhibit halls, right? This glass, all the glass in here is blue, so we change that and we go, hey, let's make the glass red. Right, there you go. Now it's different. Oh, look what it did to the, it made the portal amber color instead of blue. It's kind of half red. Kind of changes to green and it's glitching out a little bit in the light. And it does that crazy light, other light thing. Not sure about that. We'll have to figure that out. And some other things here is we're not gonna treat this like the other entrance hall aesthetically, right? It's not gonna have the same exact, it will, it's gonna have everything in it, but it's not gonna have the same ambiance, right? Like even we're coming in there like the speakers, it's more chill. Now we're gonna, the idea is how do we bring energy into this side of the park? All right, and that's gonna start with different things in the planters. That's why I think these plants, like, leave the red rocks for right now. I do want to get rid of the plants because I'm just not 100. And it's easy to add them back. Kind of is very Mars looking now. Okay. You know, like, we just made quick work of building the entire other entrance. The question is, does it work? I don't even know if there's an entrance actually in the back there. Let's clear the planters out. I heard something. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I don't know where these people are gonna go. They're not getting out, not getting anywhere. Definitely not walking through the pole. I will tell you this. I didn't know if it was going to work. Oh, they can't go on the monorail. There's no station. There's no station there, but they will be able to get there and get to the other area. They're trying to check something out. They want it to work. What is that? Oh, well, that'll be covered up by the station anyway. Okay. Wondering if this glass stays blue. It still looks really good blue, even though the rest of the stuff is red, and maybe the banners go from yellow to something else. They're stuck. Oh, I don't know where y'all were expecting to go to. I mean, you can go, there's nowhere to go, so I don't know where you're all expecting to go to. I don't know can you turn these off? Okay, gotta peek behind the curtain. Okay, there we go. No business for anybody to be here. Isn't it really weird to be leaving the entrance hall and the wheel be so far away and know that if we did this, there's an entrance hall on the other side? Oh, we even got the lights over. Yeah, so I had to fiddle about with the monorail station over here, but I know we'll get it close enough to work. It's not going to be easy to be perfect because that one was the original one over there. Can you even get the entrance halls in the same shot? Yeah, you can. Just facing each other. That's the ends of the park that way. That's a really neat idea to have the guests come in from both sides. Maybe one day we will create the hall that has the gateways into pavilions, so you could see how people actually walk into them. For now, does this have everything else in there too? Oh yeah, it does. Except that won't be Expo Center anymore. That will be something different. Okay. Should we come back and do that? Yeah, because I want to focus the music on the light installation. I just wanted to see what it was like to bring this thing over and if we were able to do it in short term. And yeah, and that's like so easy, just delete it, but it's there now. We just need to get the monorail scoot over and bring some of its own individuality into the mix. This wasn't that much of a difference overall, so that's good. Now we can visualize, right? You can walk out here, and now you're into this street that basically there are shops and restaurants and shops and restaurants and maybe an arcade and a candy store. A handful on each side I think will make up, and then it'll kind of wind down, and then you'll be in this center area, this center spine that's got a gathering place where I guess we'll do, if a fountain is the best thing I can think of there for now. Wanted to do some fountain somewhere. And then the length of this boulevard out, right, is going to depend on is going to depend on what we're going to put here. Right? There's massive place of here. There's a massive place here. There'll be a massive place here, right? So you can think of like 6 plots that, or 3 plots there and 3 plots here, as far as large plots. Kind of similar to what we did here in a way, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then we can have other things scattered. It's possible to go divide something down and bring on, but, you know, we're building within constraints. We just have to build and enjoy what we're doing and hang out in the park for a little bit and then decide what we're going to do next and cruise on and start it all over again. But I'd like to figure out this central spine, because that's going to determine what we're going to be doing. That should be the same as this. We're going to find out. Come on, man. Plug one hole, gain another. Do, 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 do. Okay. 380. Okay, that's the right one. And that's where it goes, right there. And in 3, 2, 1, we're going to go. I forgot to count down. Equally, I counted down. So this, I want to work the water back into it, but opposite. So it's kind of around its moat in a way. We're going to see if we can do that. And then this, so we'll leave these here. These will not be here, so we won't need these wings anymore. We will probably build this out and then cut back into it, and then same there. So we do want that. And then is that where they were? Good enough. I'll just kind of like the look of them in a weird way. All right. Okay. It's so weird looking at another entrance hall that looks exact same as the other entrance hall. I don't think that's cheating. But I don't know. Feels familiar. Maybe it's a good thing. All right, so I do want to mark where the center of this is, just for, it's got to be somewhere around there, right? This question is the center 1 or is the center 2? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the center is there. And then we know the other center is right there too. So right on that dot. Okay. Just for fountain, right? Where do we center it? So I just wanted to make sure we got that down. Okay. That was kind of cool when it repopulated. Oh, because it'll be that much longer on this side because of where the wing was. Okay. So we almost don't. It needs to go back one. Like there. And then these need to scoot over. Okay. That's fine. We'll leave it like that. All right. So, let's check out what we're doing over here. Let's lower the lights down. So, this is like light installations and stuff like that. I thought we don't have like an outdoor light art installation. And then these pieces are in the, there's 4 of them here. And they're triggerable, and you can pick whatever color you want. And I just hooked them up to a sequencer and just gave it like a little delay to each of them and ended them all at the same time. Just does a really simple kind of up chase or up populate light. Figured let's just make like a whole grid of these things all pulsing to itself. And then we can use the sequencer to do different things over time because it's probably a bit laborious to get through it and such. But if we have, let's say, I don't know, 50 of these things, how cool would that look? Do we have any room left in the complexity meter after that? Right, and then we can also play around with these things. Sure, these are fun. Although they're quite loud, but that only as loud as they would have been in real life, at least back in the day when they're hot. Moving, a lot of stuff moving in them. Hola, hello to you. Thanks for joining. All right, but the first thing we need to do before we start laying some light down, and this is one of my favorite things to do for all of our pavilions and attractions, is find some music. So I got a little speaker here. We got our friend with the balloon to scale. I've already scaled these a little bit. What are they sitting at? Yeah, they're less than half already. Want to do them at different heights, but I brought them over. I mean, this seems like a fair amount. It's like about the width of a person, and then we'll leave the space in between about the width of the person and stuff. But let's get into finding some music to listen to so we can have inspiration. Music. All right. It's easy to think of something somewhat more electronic or pulsy. Well, I'm not going to discount anything out, right? We start from the bottom. Start from the bottom up. I mean, there's an electronic playlist. Oh, there's some new ones in here I haven't listened to from the Silver Screen Pack. Planco Cubano. I don't like that one. I was like, these new, but these must be from the studio pack. Okay, come on, let's get moving here. Nope. 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 And nope. Nope. Don't think so. No. Next. Next. Come on. Bit too much. This is our theme song for the monorail, but it would be great out here too. This sounds entertainment district-y. But is it going to be too much hyped up? That might be a little too much. This might be enough of the. This one might end up being it. It's like a Hyper M83. It's still a little too. It's like too much though. I want it like a chilled, but something with a beat. I don't know if there really is. One of those might need to be it. It's just the. Bow. Bow. Batman. That's somewhere we already have. This is something we already have somewhere. Do we have this one somewhere? Is it too ambient and dark? Decisions. Oh no. Oh no. What do we do? Ha. City Park. Interesting. Movie dream sequence. That's it. So let's yeah, I'm feeling the same way. Or at least that's ambient. I don't know about how. What I really want to do is just see what these start looking like when you start having a bunch of them. I want to find a. Let's build a grid first for them. Let's get a footer. A footer. That's too much feet. If I have less feet. Oh, that would work good, but I don't need the... Like, that works good without the stuff on it. That's better. It'll get hidden. Alright. Let's go bring that to... Okay, 85. Alright. And want to make a grid of these. Let's just go here for right now. Alright, so... Let's put that down. And then move the snap distance. Would like to go every one. If it's not if it's going to be too many of these lights. It's going to be just too many. That's all we'll be able to do for the rest of the park. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 8. That's 64 of them. Yeah, I think if we make it any more dense like that, yeah, it'll look super cool, but it might be a little bit too much. I'm going to have to program this 64 times. Oh, man. Well, if I copy it with the thing, then I have 64 sequencers. That's just too much. Can put them all into one. Yeah, I don't know. Let's figure. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves here? What are we going to do to ourselves with this? I know it's going to be really cool. I could see that vision already. I have to kind of brush up on whether we do like changes of color and how far we really go to sequence this. But we'll get some like light stuff going, right? And then we'll bring somebody in to help. Is there a programmer? That's kind of it, but we're gonna sculpt them down, right? So you have one in the middle, 1, 2, 3, right? These will be, whoops. Thought about putting them on animated things too, but and having them move, but I think it's just going to be a kind of a light sculpture garden for the guests to move. It's a transitional space, kind of like the reflecting pool in a way. All right, and kind of like scales up to the middle, right? So it has some sort of, there's movement to it without it, and that's only going to make it less less pieces we'll have to program also. And we can see if there's any other lights we want to bring in here. I wanted to keep this kind of minimal and simplistic. I thought that would be the way to go. All right, yeah, that's kind of the core of it right there. Now imagine them all kind of pulsing and doing that thing that we're going to do with them in a little bit. I'm really glad we put them on these footers. That sells what it'll be. And there's so much space in between them now. Yeah, if we had it like one here, it would just be overly dense with them. It would feel overly crowded. The other part is I would love to be able to do a moat around it as well. So, which looks like these will have to go back one. Right? Let's see here. 313. Let's try, no pass. There we go. We'll just do it like that. And then that's better. Could go down on this side too, and then these can be 3. No, it's kind of neat like that. These did get a little taller than I was expecting now. Hey there. Thank ya. It's gonna look awesome in a second when we program them. Well, lightly program them because we'll be here all night otherwise. But I kind of do want to see what it's going to look like. I don't think it's going to take terribly long. Just want them to all do this. Want them to all do the same thing. Yeah, they're triggerable and colorable. I found that out. So that's cool. For sure. So that's all we need to do with it. Let's just do one. Maybe we do one line at a time and then end up having to add the sequencer and just paste it like that. I don't know, and just do 8 sequencers. Let's see how long it takes to do these. And the gratification we get when it's done, like, let's see. Okay. So, what is that? That's got is that selected or selectable? Okay. All right, so if you're just joining and never used sequencer before, here we go. This is it. You never used it on PlayStation. It is an absolute pain. But it works for what we do. Okay, so you can see this will allow us to know which one we're choosing. So that'll be the first one. And we need to give it, we're just going 50 seconds, and then it stops at 4, I think they're all stopping at right now. Play for 4. No, it stops at 4. Okay. And then this one, you start at 1 and stop at 4. And you look at the middle one for reference. They're going at the same time, so that ends up working. And then now we're on the second one, so we'll do this to 50. That'll start at 1 second. And what we do is, once you do this for all of them, then you use a different sequencer and do another pattern, and then you layer the sequencers into a sequencer to get an actual lengthy light show. All right, and this one starts again back here. Wouldn't you want to pick the bottom piece on them so the second piece on this? Wouldn't you want to pick the bottom piece on? I don't know. I'm trying to understand what you're laying down. Possibly. I've seen some videos of people doing absolutely insane stuff with lights. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, it's neat. Fun. I really like light installations. They're fun. There's some really cool ones out there. Put the middle piece on the second sequencer. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it could do that too. Uh, well, we should be able to make fairly quick work of this. Set out on a mission. We're not giving up now. Bet you all on PC just get to drag these over, easily click on there, type a different number in. My goodness. And it's still, and it's clunky even then. You know? I'd say clunky. Yeah. There's almost enough reflections that we could just stand in the front and sell it like it's already happening behind it, right? Is that fair? I'm going to do this. I will do this 8 times. We're not going to do it 8 times in a row, and we're not going to do it 8 times right now. Which one is this? Oh, that's another next bottom one. Okay, 50. What happened? Whoops. Almost there. We just need one line for a proof of concept. That's the top one. What? Oh, well, actually program them all, and then I'm gonna go download and be like, "You can't download anything cool made in a computer." uh, Try to go download some parts, and it's like, nope, not gonna happen. Just stick with what you got. Is that the last one? That one more there. Bahaha. If you got the pieces, it's just on a grid. All right, one more. Sweet. You know, possibilities are like crazy endless here. It's just, I don't know, what did that take? 5, 10 minutes? You know, so it's like an hour every one of these. Spend a day, you get an entire light show out of it. Oh, I'm not going to do that right this second, but I do want to. I do want to do it again. That's for sure. Because it'd be cool to see them staggered, so it's like dun 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 dun. You know, like when the first row is like one up, then the next one starts, then the next one starts, so it's almost like done kind of in a wave. There's so many neat things we can do with it. We can have the outside light up fully and then go inside. We can change the colors of these, you know, so there's so many cool things we can do with it. All right, let's let that pulse for a little bit. All right, put your sunglasses. Oh, yes, it's like the lights on the back. Ah. You just put them blue, right? I had no idea either. I was going to put street lamps and do something. Like there's like a, I didn't want to rip off, there's a light installation in Los Angeles that's like a bunch of street lamps that looks so cool. But the idea was to do, like, we do some gridded light thing and then do something cool. Yeah, so these things, I had no idea. I just was looking, I was like, okay, and I can do that? Like, okay, let's stack a few and then level them. I think that installation in LA kind of even does like a level thing like this, or the ones in the middle are bigger. Okay, but that's kind of the idea, right? And then all this space where everybody's going to be walking through there. Is there... Yeah, so that means we need to go through and then you do something like... One of these deletes, right? So we just got to go... Oh, that's too tall. Well, it's going to keep doing that. We just got to go in and do that everywhere. No, see, that didn't even get that. Maybe we just have to rerun strips of them in and out. Why wouldn't that delete like that? Do I need to change the working height of it? Whoa, oh my gosh. What is going on with that? Working height, nothing? Ah, that worked. Doesn't look pretty, but it worked. Okay. Yeah, so we go stamp all of those out. That way nobody walks into them. And then they will be coming from here over there. All right, so let's see if we can get I think we'll need 2. Oh, maybe it's 3, maybe 3. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm saying all the cool lights from the new pack. Oh, I don't know who is. I don't know what content creator on YouTube, but he does like the big stages and has all of those displays. You can go download you can go actually download all of the sequencers and the settings and stuff like that. Does crazy awesome stuff. But you need that's, I think, will be tiring to do on here. And you think about, like, we need it enough to where maybe it cycles through like 3, what's face? Is that his name? Yeah, somebody does like, they like built like stages and stuff like that. Forgot who. I gotta have to look it up. But that's like, that's his name. Yeah. That's awesome stuff. Like, seriously. Yeah, there's tutorials, and there's stuff, I think, even on the workshop where he's just dropped it and you can just build your own show. But it was with all the lights as is was now, so don't know if he's out there listening, but now, can you do a brand new one with all the cool new lights and something crazy with these, and we'll all pick it up off the workshop. I wonder how much of this can I cut out, and then that's... what's, how much? 3 is ideal. How big is this place? I guess that is it. Haha. Let's see here. I don't know if this is going to work how I planned it to be. Gosh, my goodness. What happened to the land? Okay. There's like 4 on this side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 2 there. It'd have to be similar, but then that doesn't... because the plot is much wider. Maybe it doesn't need to be. Maybe it shrinks down. Maybe that's the idea. Don't try to be as wide as the last one necessarily. Okay. And then you bring these in. And then get rid of those wing things. Yep. Okay, this will be worth the wait. Usually is. Oh wait, I did. It's supposed to be 2. I brought the other one in. The other one still needs to come in another one. Right? Because it's at 3. Aha. Whoa. Okay, one more. Yeah, that helps frame it a little bit better. And then let's just take this thing. What we'll do is we'll create. That's the center. Oh no, that. Don't know what the center is. uh. I might have to move these over by like a half. Right? Yeah. Okay. Copy that over. All right, and then let's go. Oh, in there. Nope. Not only is the noise satisfying, but the DualSense controller like has this diggy, vibratey feeling. You're going through sand. That's pretty cool. All right. There it was. Is that the same height as this? Yeah, I guess it is. Not sure. Don't know. Maybe it's the way it needs to be kind of surrounded with some foliage or something. But this way, people could walk around it. I kind of want to funnel everybody through the thing. Not 100% sure. But we'll get there. Where's that piece I want? No, not. Is it over here? This thing. Feels like the water should go just a little bit further. Oh man, this thing's taking forever to get over there. Come on. And the next thing you're going to tell me, it's not even going to line up. Oh, there goes the computer battery. That's when I know we're having fun. Oh, there's a path still over all of that. Aha! Yeah, I guess delete the path too, right? Why not? We'll delete. We'll redo the paths there eventually. Okay, so I want to just clean that up right there. Ah, path. Yeah, see, that's much cleaner when you don't see it. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, oh. Oh, come on, man. Let's ditch all the path here. Path. Path extras. Let's just get rid of all of it for now. Okay. I'm thinking, gonna need a lot of railings. Things are gonna start getting really complex for this really quick. And the whole idea is that we make everything else less complex so we can add some rides to this place. Or maybe that's not the idea at all, and we just pretend that there's stuff down there. Just gonna do little pieces of it, like stuff that is like duplicative. I'll probably do offline on my own and stuff, but like just so we can look to see, hey, what would half of this place look like with, you know, adding that concrete down in there definitely is kind of neat. Do we make the bridges glass bridges? Do the concrete bridges have nothing underneath and they're... You know, like more like that, where they're actual bridges. It's kind of neater, I guess, to have them be actual bridges. But I do like how this concrete looks. Yeah, because that one's kind of like a bridge now too. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I'm only going to do half of it. Don't worry. And then look, and then here we are. Look, we've done it all. Ah, look at that. Right there. Okay. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that stuff like reflects off the water even. It's like, give me more water now, right? Like, that's probably the right amount. I really would love to funnel people into that, though, more. They're going to be coming out of here, mostly. Potentially walking down this way or walking up through this. Why walk through here as opposed to around there? Unless we don't let them walk around there at all. Only one bridge in on this side, one bridge in out on that side. I think that would get a little bit not claustrophobic, congested. Claustrophobic. Yes, some people might feel claustrophobic at the point. All right, let's plug this thing in. Let's also take a time check. See where we're at. Yeah, you know how on instinctually starting to feel the hour and a half time now, because I know that's like time for our intermission is like an hour and a half to 2 hours, you know? Oh, this is going to be so cool. We spend the next hour, we do this for all of them, and that's all we do. Wouldn't it look cool still in the end? Or do you want to come back and see what it's going to look like? I mean, probably done more talking, if anything, but also have more done because we cheated and have an entire entrance hall replicated, right? And now we have a cool light installation. You got the monorail station behind it. See, this is, I'm wondering, the light installation is too tall here. Like, it should be as tall as these three, maybe. Maybe it should be 1, 2, and 3. I mean, there's our dude. 4 is just crazy, a crazy height. It'll still look big even with 3. Because he's the size of one of them, right? Yeah, I mean, that's one of them is taller than him. So we could trim those down. That would also make programming it. That would cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, another 12 to 20 lights to have to program. Oh no, because you're cutting down all of that. So that would considerably cut lights down to program. And I think would still look good, right? Maybe even these center ones stay 4, and then these go 3, 2, 1. But I don't want it to overshadow the wheel anywhere, which I don't think you get. If you stand here, this would have been the old reflecting pool on the other side. Oh, that's pretty cool from here. I don't know, it's flashing those lights in the monorail station. Oh yeah, I don't know that I would shrink those actually from here. Okay. We leave them as is. Shopping plaza, whew, that'll be a trilogy and a half to worry about. I think we play around with like a fountain idea. I mean, it's going to be a fountain. With the new scaling and the way the scaling is set in the game now, we might be able to do some cool things with the fountains that were there. So I think what we'll do is finish this, go grab the intermission sign. Everybody gets a stretch. Again. A snack, a beverage. The problem with doing this also is I'm creating the need for a lot more fencing, which is not a smart idea when we're trying to keep the piece count low. Oh, gosh, right? We make it any more piece intensive? Okay, that looks so good, though. We gotta fix that one corner, right? Okay. That is an art installation light programmable place. All right, let's put this over here for now. That'll be our control center for right this second. Let's take this dude. Yeah, see, this space is so big. Does it need to be that big? I mean, the fountain's going to be this big. That's pretty massive. Go big or go home. Crazy to think that this was just a pile of dirt, and now we've sprung an entire access. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to end up being, but why not? Yeah, cool. I gotta figure we're gotta be pushing the complexity meter. We'll check it when we get back. So, all right, let's find our sign. Is it still back here? There. I'll leave you with that site. Get the computer back and rolling. Grab a water. Get a snack. Go have a bio break. And then I will look forward to joining you back in just a few for the second half of our live stream. See you in a couple. Welcome back. Second half begins. Now, I don't necessarily dig that it's creating like a shadow lights from those other ones, but it also kind of looks cool like creating those rays like that. I so want to do something different with these, like have them do more stuff. I mean, if I copied this... I copied this, just curious. I think I've tried this before and it didn't work with something. But if you copy that and you copy the sequencer and you duplicate it, well, it just doesn't matter if it's a line. I'm just going to experiment, right? Right? Is it set? Can you play it? There is stuff there, but that's like assigned to the original lights. Right? It's assigned to the original lights. That's what it is. So you need to be able to do it for each set of lights. Would you have them go at the same time, or would they go like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2? right? And then, or they come in from the outside, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, right? So they're just staggered like that in different ways. So I think you do one where they all light up at the same. You do one where they all light up from the sides in. You do one from the front back. Take the rest of life sequencing in Planet Coaster. I'm just sitting here talking about it, doing nothing else, right? How many pieces did we use here now? Oh, I know what this thing is just gigantic. 400 and something. It's a lot less than this, right? Huh? Yeah, see? Okay. All right. Let's put some lights on. Everybody get your sunglasses out. Let's go surfing. I mean, fountain finding. So we can make a custom fountain, or we can find a blueprint fountain, or we can plinths and bases, centerpieces, modular centerpieces. Well, fountains aren't in there. They're in plinths and bases. Hello, have I ever played Wario's Woods for NES? I have not. I have not. But how are you doing? Thanks for asking. See, I like this effect where it's coming off. There's nothing else in the game that does that. I think there's a couple of these, right? This one do it too. That one. That. Even that one. There's nothing else that does that effect, the water coming down on the side like that. Huh. Those are the only ones that do that, right? Oh, these have some cool effect to them too. They have bars on the outside of them. I mean, I don't really mind them, but I don't really like them. I mean, that's a proper size fountain at 100%, and it's already covering. Right, that's close to the middle. Let's see how big this thing gets. Right. Yeah, let's. Okay, fine. You're gonna just do that. I can see that line. Goodbye. Bye, Mario. It's a me. Okay, how big does this thing get? Wow. Wow. Oh, it's massive. Oh, thank you, scaling. Holy, wow. It's an aquarium. It's so big. Look at the barrier. The fence. You can't make it any more than what is fairier for the barrier. This isn't bad. I wish you can undo the fence and keep that cool effect. It's the effect. And then this is a cool effect. But it doesn't really match like what we're doing. Right? It doesn't scale either. I love this effect. I wish you can just have this like water drape. But it's too like pipey. I don't know. I feel like we kind of always start in this situation and then that one's not horrible. It's like a little mushroom house thing. I mean, I would do with this is you take this as part of the very low part. Is that as big as it goes? Yeah, that's as big as that one goes. All right. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. That's why it's the top. Oh my goodness. These are just bases, right? If I didn't say it at the beginning, which I'm pretty sure I did, is I don't really have a plan for the water fountain center. I mean, it might be good to just have a center plan for this. I mean, that's a good fountain center for us. I would I'd have to agree. Listen, that might help us. No, want it to be bigger. Maybe the 300%. We could do that, and you can. Is this not in the center of the thing? And there's a round stamp for that for the pool too. That's what we did in the marketplace. We originally had a fountain. We stamped a round pool in there, put the marble thing around it, which fit perfectly, and then we had the water coming from the ceiling down. And I love the idea of it. And then we uncomplicated it, and it works so much better. Now you have the rest of the evening. Energy drinks to go, go, go. I think the fountain could be even bigger than that. Let's see, let's get this dude here. It's about the size of what the boulevard. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, that's right. We moved it because of that. Okay. All right, that seems okay. All right. It's very shiny. That's really tall. I was thinking a base, like a actual. Just for size thoughts. I mean, it's a big, massive square. That can be, could be other things like planters here, right? It's kind of like a big meeting, gathering space to go off into whatever you want to go off into. I feel like as a minimum, that's what it should be. I don't know. We're going to find out. No, we didn't even crush them. Okay, so yeah, so we can. What's the biggest pool stamp that we can get with a circle? Whether we do it or not, I'm curious how. I'm pretty sure we can get. Let's see, how close were we with what we wanted? It's a little less. But that might be something like we can be okay with. So we could go that route. It's not that much difference in size. This one's awesome if there was no railing. And even making that a different color, I don't think is really going to matter. It's still cool though. I mean, if there's a fountain in the game and we only could pick one, and that would be one we would pick, this would have to be the one. Like if we were forced to. Not saying we are. Yeah, it just can't be though. That has to be like that, you know? Hence the reason why at 100% that's where the fence is. Oh, that's a nice concrete circle. If anybody ever needs a concrete circle. This one even sounds nice. that would like fit right into the pool. But there's no, you won't be able to see. Want it to be able to see over it barely or not. Like the top shouldn't be too much taller than where the balloon is. Acknowledge we can put a body of water and use like the jets and make spray, like a spray fountain. But they're already cool. Can we get more fountains in the game? Like, maybe we need to like aim for this and then like cover up the obviously cover up the pirates or something. Because that water looks cool. The one for the pirates, actually. Orlock base, skull base. What's the Orlock base? No, this is more flat on top, right? Yeah. That's interesting looking water. It doesn't look like other Planet Coaster water. We're better off doing the pool thing here then. The challenge with the round pool though is getting all of this to look cool. Unless it's not the concrete, because then we can stamp out the same size of regular pathing. This might be something we have to kind of come back and think about and work. That's what we did in the marketplace, because the marketplace doesn't have concrete floor. It has regular pathing, and you can do that. So, but then thinking about like other fountains, they kind of flow over stuff, and the catching pool area isn't really a big pool. It's kind of like the edge. I don't know if we take like, rapid foam, rapids foam, right? Oh my God, it's so loud. It's so loud. I might just use like a sorcery, a spell or something. It kind of looks like that. Let me see something here. Does maybe it is how loud the fountain should be. Who am I to say no? I mean, that over water. There's nothing that will. Waterfalls will flow down. They're not going to flow side. They're not going to flow sideways. Jets will flow sideways. So there's very little, like, true flow fountain. Like, that's why that one is good. It's just too small. Maybe we just have to let the idea of it simmer. You know, let's change the base to blue so we can pretend we can pretend it's water. Let's make it. That's something like the other one, right? All right, we'll just pretend there's a fountain there for now, okay? Ooh, just bear with me. All right, maybe we should go back to what we're good at and program some lights, right? Shops will come. This stretch would be like here to here, and then there's like sidewalk probably, and then shop, and then the shops might go back to here, something like that, and then it kind of opens up into this square. Might carve some of this out. Maybe we don't need it as wide as this, you know, like maybe this can. Like it can almost come from this into this. The fountain could be here, done here, and then like this is cut off. And then the boulevard just runs in the center. It doesn't need, maybe it doesn't need as much space on both sides. And that means taking everything here, which I think we can, and just scooting it in. And then evaluating, this is awesome. Do we make it smaller? Give us more control over lights. Open this up just a little bit more so there's more of a moat around, in a way. And then you start seeing this compression in, right, all the way back, right? So it's almost like a forced perspective in that way, but in opposite, like it's not made to look big out there. It's almost makes the entrance hall look really tiny. The forced perspective comes this way where, right, maybe you end up getting that. I don't know. Hmm. There's got to be a way to... There has to be a way to where when you duplicate it, it creates something new. Or do you have to save it as like a blueprint and then do it? There has to be a way to be able to duplicate it so you're not... I don't know. If there is a way, I don't know. And on top of that, you only can get 100 things on each sequencer. That is another restriction. So there's no way that we're going to be able to get more than one line on a sequencer anyway. So we need to be able to do it and populate it and have it go and then put all those other sequencers into a sequencer. Maybe we can get two. How many pieces total is one whole line of this? We can get up to 100. It's not 3,000. I gotta undo that one. 22. So we can do 4 lines. Okay. So maybe we can do 4. You know, maybe it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's do one more. Huh. Sunset looks awesome. Okay. I'm going to count them down with me. 1 down, 7 to go. Two. I like how you can start seeing it come alive kind of while you're doing it, at least. I think the music we need to change too, even for now. Maybe just need to get into doing something a little bit more. We'll get some coincidental light alignments with the beat, which will be fun. I mean, you could sit and program it and can really figure that out, but we'll just have fun with the friendly accidents we'll get from it. Or happy accidents, I meant to say. Almost there. Actually, much faster this time. I think we were more excited about it the first time. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. All right, last one. All right, there we go. Two. Even sounds like a fountain going on right now. Oh, this is awesome. I love the way it lights up the floor too. Yeah, this is gonna be really neat when it's going. I hope the game doesn't crash on us. Yeah, fencing is a must. For sure. I mean, just continue the, you mean just bring in the same, these same fences. Oh, that's going to look so cool. It's just going to keep going. And it'll really start setting the stage like, hey, listen, there's something a bit more exciting going to happen over here. Not that this stuff isn't cool, but you know what I mean. It's an expo center. Oh, this is good. This is awesome. I could work on this like the whole rest of, but we won't. But we will. But we won't, but we will. You know. This one's already done, right? So that makes the rest of that easier. And if we want to layer in different colors, like second row could be red, how, you know, like green, whatever, like this could look really neat. I know you can set to do so the colors transform from one to the next. I have to go look up how to do that, but we're talking about 22 times 8. There's a lot. That's a lot of programming. Probably could have been doing more of it. Like, I could have probably done twice as much if I just wasn't talking and just doing it. And y'all know you're going to come back and see it done. Which, lucky you. No. That's very possible, right? Like, even the difference of, and I haven't shown really, but I want to go show the central station, because what the difference between what was on the last stream of it and where it's at is considerably different, right? There is, it's on water. There are fountains on both sides. The signage and the front areas are much more improved. Flood and all this, the other lighting on top. And the front is now out at an angle, not flat. So you have like that trapezoidal kind of thing sitting on the workbench, so to say. That's what kind of call the bottom part, like the workbench. I did add these poles in there. It has to be stability somewhere. There is these signs here too. So entertainment complex and the exhibition center, right? So those signs are for each thing that's coming through. Glass on the front, glass canopy. I did one of them that spin. I didn't drag that over, but this one spins. Glass on the front there. And the you have the blue, red, purple. It's called the M series, in a way, right? But it's a bit more functional that way. And it's super cool to watch them come in and go. right? Oh, also have the screen pack, so we have the cinema and the theater, right? This is kind of neat. I'll share this with you. So I was curious about it. I was like, hey, of course we have the Performing Arts Center. So when I went to go put it down, I was curious. I was like, okay, would it fit inside there? I found out. Well, here you'll see. Of course, it would fit inside there 2 times, 3 times. You could have 3 of those movie theaters in there. So what we did is something completely different. But there's room underneath in this area to put a theater on both sides underneath if we really wanted to. You can also imagine us throwing a theater down here, or maybe there is a theater, because it's not massive now, right? Maybe there's a theater on this main entertainment and shopping kind of street, right? Think we can see stuff like that happening potentially, right? You could look at the scale of it. It's not as crazy as, right? So it'd be kind of underwhelming putting one of these. It's kind of a neat concept for what it is, right? That's not why we're here though, right? Or is it? Kind of does look like a fountain now. Ah, I don't know if we need the lights. Mm, don't know if we need the lights. Okay. Let's try that again. Ah. It's going to be like a different size of the. Like that. Right? Mm, Okay. All right, that's what we'll have to end up working with, I guess. Same thing on this side then. Okay. I was just curious about what that would end up being. $62. 62%. There's no way we're going to be able to do but half but half of that. The only way is we can clock probably 5 to 10% back by changing all of this concrete to a different path. We can gain 10% back, and then that puts us at 52%, right? Because all of this path. Right? Think about that. And then that means we have what we have here, and we're only halfway done. Because we'll have considerable more amount of path, right, still to lay down, and we have to have path and the concrete block, I mean. So we get rid of all the concrete block, it's just path. It'll look close enough, but it'll allow us to do a lot more. So that might have to be a sacrifice. Or there might be a pattern that, works okay enough. Don't want to have to do that, but the more I'm thinking is, in order for us to be able to have the bandwidth to do what we want to do and then still do neat stuff like this, is clear out 10%. And then is there anything here, like we can scale, or these are single, see these are two, like we can scale and do glass to cover like one of these, one glass for two of these now, right? So instead of 2 pieces times all of this, we can use 4 pieces. So we can work and start conserving stuff. Some of it might add up into something. Not really. I'm really not sure. But I do know that if we got rid of this, for instance, right? We were at 62% before. 57. So that's 5. That's 5 right there. The path is still around. It's just invisible, right? Right? So it's still there. So that's 5%. If we need it, we know there's 5% there. 10% was probably gonna be too too good to be true. Maybe the floors of the backs of the exhibit hall. I don't know if that got deleted with those, but that's probably a good chunk of space. Those exhibit halls are a lot. They're just big. So It's kind of starting to look like a little robot dude. He's got like a button in his belly. He's got arms, and then his skinny legs there, and then his face is gonna go beep beep. Hello. He's smiling. Hello. I should just do 2 for eyes. Be like, so. Were they going at a different? Yeah, do you see that? They're at a different rate? That's weird. That one's staying on just a little bit more. Wonder why. Let's see. Oh. I did put play for 4 seconds. Five, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Huh, well, it's easier to lower this one down to meet the other ones. I didn't even catch that. I thought it was going around the exact same time. Pretty sweet. Well, here's what's beyond the wheel. A world waiting to be explored and created by us. An extension of everything that we've done and worked on. And if we can handle it carefully, we can actually make it happen. You got your 2 entrance halls, guests pouring in from both sides, then you have your central spine met by this central station. The wheel remains the iconic place from no matter where you are at. We'll work on that thing. This place is going to be awesome. And when you see guests walking around through it, it's going to be cool. You know what we could do is we can turn this into an event point where guests come and they click the event point, and that makes the lights go. It might give them purpose to go to them. What you really could do something very interesting is turn every one of these into a different event point and see the guests interact with them and create a display based off of their interaction. Would there be a point where there would be enough of them going to them at the same time? Because that could be really neat, and then you put the guests in full control over what that looks like. So let's say a guest goes up to it and it goes doot doot doot, right? Maybe it does that 3 times, and then they walk away. But if there's another guest going up to this one going up to this one, and then as they're going up, other guests are going up to other action points. Yeah, that could be really interesting. The other thing that we'll have to consider is this space here. I mean, there could be something branch off there that comes here, but I think from here in, we're gonna want to frame it. I mean, almost like you could bring these same type of trees, over. I think there's room. There's room to do a bigger kind of tree, right? Right, something like that. All right, and that helps block off all of this as well. So you're going to be framed inside building. You have the buildings framing there. You get here, yes, it's a little bit more open. But even here, then you start. All right, you can see how the green framing the lights could really be, even just them down messy, like imagine them on, let's just think there's a better tree for it. I think we know a thing or two about trees. Yeah, like that is just that framed by trees is like considerably different, Massive difference. I don't dislike those trees either. I do. I just think there might be something else, but I like the idea of having it kind of framed like that. And then, yeah, this place starts coming alive. Like, seriously. It's ready. Should I give a flashing lights warning? Could be some flashing lights. But yeah, neat effect. I think you can kind of just do this and still get what we want out of it. Let's see here. No, that didn't work. No, because it's a building piece. How do we get them all without... Just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Right? Right? and get these trees out of here. You were just temporary experiment. More lights coming to a Pavilions near you. It does look pretty awesome. Like, whatever, just to hang out and just see this right now is just worth it. And the lights, the volumetric lights are really sweet. I'm sure Frontier will work to turn off the daily shadow thing eventually. If not, it's not like a deal breaker. They're still kind of neat to see the light rays, but there's a lot of potential in this area to do something neat. That makes it its own attraction, right? Let the guests... I wonder if you can run this and the guests would come up to it and it kind of does something different. But it'd be cool to have it be off and just have the guests run up to it and do something. I don't realize how large it is. Though, it's quite a large... I mean, it's as big as one of these quads. The light sculpture is the entire place. Can have them actually go up and then go back down again too. There's lots of patterns we can play with. It's just the work, put the work behind it. But this place has turned into something quite awesome. And we won't ignore the boat ride. It's half done. It's looking awesome from the outside, right? You have, right, the pond is extended into it now. And over here, right? So little work's getting done on it. We're not going to ignore it. Really did not think we were going to come. I didn't know what to do. Like, we was going to go back into the boat tonight. But I was like, man, can we just like put another entrance hall down there? And found the light thing just playing around. And I was like, man, that could be something really neat, you know? And it looks like, man, that's going to turn into like one of the coolest parts here. And it was not intentional. Right? And that's what we need to make sure we can control it, and we may need to scale it down just so it fits, right? But we'll have some fun with it for sure. And outside of that, you know, the only thing I can think to do between now and calling it a day is do one more line of lights and pick a different color for it and see if we make it look even cooler, right? And maybe we just go out on that. We could have focused. We could have been done with all of it. And that's totally cool. Like, this is just about chilling out. Yeah. So... Let's do some more of these. You know, should I go into like a yellow and then an orange and then a red and then you know, follow kind of like the color wheel or something like that. Confirm. Yeah, what should do? Let's do. Yeah, I think this whole line is going to be awesome. Need an orange. Let's roll with that. Mm-hmm. It's so neat seeing it just start working. You're like, yes. What was that? Should start seeing most of them work now. Oh, it was crickets. Getting there. Just a few more. Awesome. Right. Could add yellow in there, right? Because then we can do like magenta and then purple or something. And then, I don't know, like, you can make it so this one's blue and then it goes to green, and this one's green and goes to yellow. Like, oh my goodness, we could just, like, go forever. It's a neat light installation. It works. Concept worked. Stay tuned for next time. Will these become action points? Will the guests be the ones controlling the lights? What trees will end up framing this area? When will we get to the boat ride more? What are we going to do about the fountain? We will make this shopping and entertainment area kind of in its own little mini series of stuff, but we know what's going there, right? You got the shops that we have. We'll do it usually like individual or connected, a restaurant or two. We'll put an arcade. Maybe we'll do the cinema, right? Simple stuff that's like in-game that we can do. But we've done shop and restaurants, so we know we can handle that, right? It's everything else that becomes more difficult. And we'll have this little robot. Doo, 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 doo. I'm a robot. See me smile. He's got a little red nose. That place looks awesome. During the day, oh, you still get some light out of it during the day. It still goes. I'm surprised you can see much light out of that. Right, so we'll make sure we get this area in. Some foliage here, right? I think the same here as this area. Kind of, this whole area probably kind of needs to just get filled in with some trees, kind of like this maybe. This should have some framing. This we want to keep open for whatever is going to happen with this boulevard that's going to go down, up, down. Entrance hall works. We know what's going to go there. Our grand plan is coming together. Will we have enough room in the complexity meter to get there? Right? Does our flyover from one entrance hall to the other, right? Completely different perspective now. Everything changes then. You know? So, let's cruise from here over to there. And then I'll bid you adieu for now.
Is the park closed? Interesting. That was weird. I feel like I owe you a fresh fly over. Oh. I close the other one and it closes this one too. All right, now we know. Look at them pouring in over here with nothing to go do. Ha ha ha, not yet. You all are excited. I can see that it's gonna work. It's gonna work just perfectly. But y'all are gonna have to chill out and just wait until next time and we'll figure that out. So, how neat. I know you're going to want to leave with another shot of those lights. So, let's take a night flight from this entrance hall. Thanks for watching the stream. Again, if you like it, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe so you can join us on more builds here at Pavilions and other building videos from Pavilions. Have a great night. Until next time.